In a move that marks the end of an era in women's mixed martial arts, former UFC bantamweight champion Holm has officially parted ways with the Ultimate Fighting Championship. But for the woman who authored one of the most shocking upsets in combat sports history, this isn't a retirement announcement. It's a declaration of new beginnings. Holm's journey in the UFC has been nothing short of remarkable. From her earth-shattering head kick knockout of Ronda Rousey in 2015 that captured the bantamweight title, to her consistent presence among the elite of two divisions, the preacher's daughter has been a cornerstone of women's MMA for nearly a decade. Speaking candidly on the Ariel Helwani show, the 43-year-old veteran revealed the thoughtful consideration behind her decision.
My understanding was that you and the UFC mutually agreed to part ways. You have 2 fights left on your deal. You wanted to explore some other options. How did we get to this point? Why did you want to do this?
It's been, already, I think 8 months since my last fight. I know that I'm not going to fight forever, but I still want a couple more. And I had been a little bit of talks, just trying to see if anything would happen. I did want to be able to dance in the UFC octagon one more time. I did have 2 fights left on the contract, but I didn't want to wait around forever either. So I want to see what other options there are. There's no negative thoughts, no hate or anything like that. I'm super thankful for my entire journey with the UFC.
For those familiar with Holly Holm's complete combat sports resume, her next chapter could be particularly intriguing. Before stepping into the octagon, Holm had already carved out a Hall of Fame boxing career, defending world titles 18 times across 3 weight classes. Now, with the freedom to explore new opportunities, a return to the sweet science isn't off the table. It's worth remembering that Holm's transition from boxing to MMA was once considered a risky move. Yet she proved the doubters wrong, becoming one of the few athletes to capture world titles in both sports. This track record of successful career pivots adds weight to her current decision. As Holly Holm turns this new page in her storied career, she leaves behind a UFC legacy marked by professionalism, evolution, and moments of spectacular achievement. But true to her fighting spirit, she's not looking back with finality. She's looking ahead with anticipation. In her own words, she's just leaving options open, and given her history of defying expectations, the combat sports world would be wise to stay tuned. When worlds collide in sports, magic often happens, and sometimes that magic comes with an unexpected dash of humor. Today, we bring you the story of an extraordinary meeting between 2 global icons that perfectly captures the universal language of sport in parenting. Picture Paris, late 2018. The City of Light played host to an unexpected encounter between the undefeated Eagle of Dagestan and one of football's most recognizable figures. Khabib, fresh off his victory over Conor McGregor, found himself face to face with David Beckham. But what happened next was something no one could have predicted. Speaking recently with Guerrilla Energy, Khabib shared a moment that showcases the lighter side of the usually stoic champion.
Пример приведу, это был конец 2018 года. Я полетел в Париж, меня пригласили на матч Пари Сен-Жермен. Там был Дэвид Бекхэм, и вот Дэвид Бекхэм мне начал рассказывать, как он с его сыном иногда смотрят мои бои, потом идут, он сказал, у него дома есть спортзал, маты, где они там борются, джиу-джитсу там, и попросил меня отправить ему видео. Скажи, что если ты не будешь слушать отца, I'm gonna smash your face.
The very thought of the intimidating Dagestani warrior being recruited for parental enforcement brings a smile that crosses all cultural boundaries. Now in 2025, as Khabib guides the next generation of fighters, including Islam Makhachev and his cousins, this story resurfaces as a reminder of his global impact. From the octagon to Paris Fashion Week, from championship fights to parenting tactics, his influence extends far beyond the cage. This moment perfectly encapsulates how mixed martial arts has evolved from a niche sport to a global phenomenon. When a football icon like Beckham not only watches your fights with his son, but asks for parenting advice, boundaries have been crossed and new territories conquered. As Khabib continues his journey as a coach and mentor, this charming Paris encounter stands as a testament to how sports can bridge cultures, connect icons, and sometimes, just sometimes, help parents get their kids to listen. And somewhere out there, there's probably a Beckham child who thought twice about disobeying their father after hearing coming from the most dominant lightweight in UFC history. In the ever-evolving world of combat sports, few stories capture the essence of a fighter's journey quite like Darren Till's. From the heights of UFC stardom to the crossroads of reinvention, the Liverpool warrior now finds himself contemplating a return to where it all began. 8 years in the UFC octagon shaped Till into one of Britain's most recognized mixed martial artists. The Echo Arena in Liverpool still echoes with memories of his triumph over Stephen Thompson, a victory that once seemed to herald the arrival of the UK's next champion. But as the fight game often reminds us, paths rarely run straight. Now at 32, Till speaks with the wisdom of a fighter who's seen both sides of the coin. "I relish the thought of coming back to the UFC," he reveals. Standing at the threshold of his second professional boxing bout, Till's journey has taken an intriguing detour through the squared circle. In a sport where relationships often sour under the spotlight, Till's perspective on UFC President Dana White offers a refreshing glimpse behind the curtain. He's cutthroat in business, Till acknowledges, respect evident in his tone, which is what you need to be to get to his level. It's a relationship built on straightforward communication and mutual understanding, a rarity in the often turbulent world of fight promotion. There's always a path, Till muses. When there's a will, there's a way. These aren't just empty words from a fighter chasing past glories. They're the measured thoughts of an athlete who understands the value of patience and timing. As he prepares for his upcoming bout in Manchester's Co-op Live, Till's approach embodies his own mantra, baby steps. This weekend's clash with Anthony Taylor represents more than just another fight. It's a testament to Till's evolution as a martial artist, his willingness to step outside his comfort zone, and perhaps most importantly, his understanding that sometimes the longest road home starts by taking a different path entirely. As Darren Till continues to forge his path in boxing, the door to the UFC remains neither fully closed nor wide open, but perfectly positioned for the right moment. In his own words, the stars have got to align. And for a fighter who's always spoken his mind and charted his own course, those stars might just be beginning to shift into position. In the rich history of mixed martial arts, we've witnessed countless champions attempt to climb to new heights. But sometimes the most intriguing possibilities emerge not from what's been done before, but from what hasn't. Today, we explore a fascinating proposition from welterweight champion Belal Muhammad that could reshape our understanding of multi-division champions. As Islam Makhachev prepares to defend his lightweight throne at UFC 311, a potential record-breaking night looms on the horizon. But beyond the immediate challenge of extending his championship reign, a more ambitious possibility has emerged, one that could rewrite the rules of what we consider possible in mixed martial arts. Welterweight champion Belal Muhammad has introduced an extraordinary concept into the conversation. Rather than following the traditional path of moving up one division, Muhammad suggests his friend and training partner Makhachev could find success by leaping directly to middleweight, bypassing their potential collision course at welterweight entirely. To appreciate the magnitude of this suggestion, consider this. In the UFC's 3-decade history, no champion has ever attempted to skip an entire weight class in pursuit of a second title. We've seen legendary double champions like Conor McGregor, Daniel Cormier, and Amanda Nunes, but always in adjacent divisions. Makhachev's potential journey would traverse 30 pounds of difference, a feat unprecedented in UFC history. He's about to make history, Muhammad explains, his analysis carrying the weight of someone who has felt Makhachev's strength firsthand in training. The suggestion isn't merely about avoiding a friend, it's rooted in genuine belief in Makhachev's capabilities. The lightweight champion's renowned strength and grappling prowess, already dominant at 155 pounds, could potentially translate even to the 185-pound division. This story transcends mere athletic achievement. It speaks to the complex relationships forged in training rooms, where elite fighters must balance personal ambitions with loyalty to training partners. Muhammad and Makhachev's situation presents a unique solution to this age-old dilemma, not by compromising their goals, but by expanding their horizons. Should Makhachev consider this path, it wouldn't just be about personal achievement. Success in such an endeavor would fundamentally change our understanding of weight class dynamics in mixed martial arts. It would challenge conventional wisdom about the limitations of size and strength disparities at the highest levels of the sport. As Makhachev focuses on his immediate challenge at UFC 311, this bold proposition from his training partner opens a window into what might be possible in the sport's future. In a discipline where boundaries are constantly being pushed, sometimes the most revolutionary ideas come not from what we've seen before, but from what we dare to imagine. For more breaking MMA news and unprecedented possibilities in combat sports, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay connected as we continue to bring you the stories that shape the future of fighting.